What's up? Welcome to the Epic Tiki podcast. I'm at my house and Parker's at his house. This is Parker Newman. He's my guest.
Hey, thank you so much for having me, Luke.
Say, I like the. We should just every time we talk, just have a delay, like you're calling in from Australia or something like that.
Yeah, true. That is good. I hope, yeah. I mean, honestly, using this isn't nearly as bad because I used Skype in like 2008. It was basically
Uh-huh.
useless. I don't know if you
Yeah,
remember.
I used Skype once to do like an interview for a job in Las Vegas because I thought I wanted to go move there and like work
Really?
there in a hotel. Yeah,
Wow.
I was like. I thought I had a good interview too, and the guy he was like, I don't know, he just wasn't, they didn't want me. I don't know. I
Oh,
guess I wasn't ready to fold towels or whatever you do at a hotel.
yeah. Yeah, you don't really seem like a Vegas guy. like.
I used to like drink a lot more and want to party and stuff, and I did drink a lot, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think Vegas is like a thing that you think is cool, maybe if you're like a dumb kid like I was, and you're like, that place is awesome. I'm gonna go there and like find a girl and hook up. It's gonna be sick. And then it's just like a weird, lonely, sad place where you spend way too much money.
Yeah, totally. I've been to Reno, never Vegas.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Reno's.
I mean, it's,
Oh, sorry.
oh,
Reno's
sorry. I
just.
think there is a delay.
Yeah, I think there is a little bit.
Yeah, that's okay. Whatever. It's quarantine. This is the best we can do right now.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, no, Reno's kind of like, Vegas on meth, I guess. It's like uh but yeah, I like it. It's cool. Reno,
Yeah.
like
Did
the
you go there
thing
to do comedy?
yeah, I've been there for comedy, but also like just in general, I've been there just to, go to Circus. And what I love about Reno, though, is that it's just a city that knows what it is. You know what I mean? Like, it's a
Yeah.
city that has no, like, problem admitting itself to the world, unlike, San Francisco or something.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Reno is like Reno's real and San Francisco's a fake ass hoe.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That I don't know. That reminds me, like, uh, my girlfriend dumped me, but right before this quarantine,
Oh, really?
and
Oh,
oh
fuck.
yeah,
Damn,
what
that's
you didn't
crazy.
know?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. I didn't really like announce it. I put out like little posts or videos that were joking about it or that I said something about, but I haven't been like, hey, guess what happened? But I've been on Tinder again and Bumble, and it's like weird. But there was this girl on Tinder who her profile said like, she had like a picture of like her. It looked like an artful picture of her back, and it was
Yeah.
kind of like lumpy a little bit, but not like really bad. It was just a little weird. Not that weird though. And in her description, it said she's like, oh, and by the way, I have a metal back, so if that's going to be a turnoff for you, just swipe left. Or if it's going to be a problem for you, that's what she said. I was like,
Metal.
I was like, who the fuck is like, oh, metal back? No, fuck it.
Yeah. Totally. That's weird. I hate Tinder mostly because like every profile is like so defensive out the gate. You know,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, it's
just
like if you don't like this and this and this, all these things that other people didn't like, just go
yeah,
away.
yeah. It's just like okay. First off, I am 5'6". Is that a fucking problem? And it's like Jesus, like
Yeah.
so aggressive for no reason.
Yeah. This feels like a good hard times article to write.
Yeah, maybe I haven't done that in a little bit, but yeah.
Oh yeah.
What?
How
Why
does that
did?
work?
Sorry, what?
Oh, I said, how does that work? Like, because you've done a few of those.
Yeah. God damn it, I had this delay. Sorry. And so yeah, basically you just email like 10 headlines and if they like one, they'll let you know and they'll have you write it out. And if you do like get it submitted, then you'll be in the Facebook pitch group, and that's where you'll pitch ideas from then on.
That's cool. So
But
wait, so are you in the Facebook thing still?
oh yeah, yeah, I am. But I just
Oh, okay.
you know,
Oh, is it kind of like being in a group page for like a like the sack board or something?
no, just because like people are funny on there, so
Oh,
like
okay. They're actually good at
yeah,
jokes.
people are talented, so it's I'm being a dick. But yeah, no.
No, I mean you're right.
Thank you. Okay, no, I meant it. But uh,
I got invited to some. Oh, sorry. Are you going?
no,
Are
no,
you going?
go, just go.
Okay. Are you or somebody invited me to this group on Facebook called it's like Howl at the Moon or something.
Yeah, I saw
And
that.
I was just yeah, and I was just and then I it's just like a million like 400,000 people are in this group and it's supposed to be like you're supposed to go outside and howl at the moon at 8 every night. And I don't think anyone does that. It's just a place where people share weird shit. And it's like a spectrum of everybody. Like someone posted, this girl was like, well, since it's howl at the moon, here's a collection of my furry art. And she just shared like 5 drawings that she made of like wolf people.
Oh God, yeah, they're always like very sexual too. Like those, it's very odd. Like you never just. They're always like ripped as fuck too. You know, it's never
Yeah.
like an overweight furry drawing like ever.
Yeah, there's never like a state worker furry. I
So
want to see that now, kind of. He's just
yeah,
like at his desk. He's like an orca or something.
it's just an orca that can drive a forklift. That's all it is.
Yeah.
I I want to know though. So what happened with the girl? Like,
Oh, basically, so she moved in. Like I live with Ali Berta, and
yeah.
she's my roommate. So our old roommate Nick Matosa moved out, and
Oh,
then she was gonna take the spot and like be the third roommate. So she moved in, and then we used Nick's room as like the bedroom, and then we turned this room that I'm in into like my office or whatever, and then like hers too, if like she was going to use it for office stuff. And then I thought it was going okay. Like it was, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'd never moved in with someone before, so it's like weird. But I thought it was fine. I didn't like think anything was shitty. Like it was a little tough, but I was like, this is growing pains. I don't know. Like you figure it out. And then she was like, well, I really want a dog because I'm sad because I don't have my dogs. And really what she meant was like, I'm just sad. Like I don't like this because I'm not. And so we got a dog and my roommate like didn't really want us to get a dog because she wanted to make sure that like the dog was good with her dog. And it ended up being fine. Like my dog is cool with Lilo, but um, so then like a couple weeks later after we got this dog and she moved in, she goes, I'm gonna move out, I'm sad. And I was like, what? Like,
oh my God.
yeah. And I was like, okay, like you didn't tell me. I mean, she's like, I've been telling you. And I'm like, well, you didn't tell me like it's because of me or something. So like, but I mean, I don't know. I
Right.
get it. It's like hard to talk about stuff. I don't know. But also, I mean, she's always not been cool with my lifestyle of wanting to be a comedian and like wanting that to be my job and film make whatever like things I'm pursuing. She wants like a 9 to 5 guy who like comes home and is there at night and on the weekends and doesn't go out and has like all this time for her. And I think she really wants someone who's like going to put her above comedy and my pursuits. And like, I just don't do that. I mean, not that my person wouldn't be important to me, but it's like I don't want to. It's like I don't want to be so invested in someone that they're like so important that I'll give up my dreams and my life. That's weird. I think to do.
No, totally. I've seen a lot of people do that, and yeah, I don't know. It might be great for them for a while, but if that person goes away, then you're just like, oh fuck, I gave up my dream for them, and now they're gone too.
Yeah, and just imagine like if you got married to that person and you had a couple kids and then you got a shitty job you didn't like, and you bought a house that's way too expensive, and like cars, and then they're like, I'm sad, and they leave. And then you're like, oh my God, I have cars and a kid and a house, and I have to do this job I hate and work more hours now. And then I have to pay her because it's California.
True.
I mean,
And
she might have to pay you too. Who knows? But
yeah, and I have this dog that I have to take care of now because she said she was sad. Like,
yeah. Well, to be fair, like she did offer to help rehome him and like take him somewhere, which we were gonna do, but then I felt bad and he grew on me, and now he's awesome and he's my dog. But
oh yeah, damn, dude, that's insane. Like, I I've heard of people trying to like fix their relationship with the child, but she like tried to do it with the dog. Like that is insane.
yeah, well, I didn't like want a dog, because I I am not home a lot. I mean, now I am, but when this is all over, hopefully we'll all go back to our lives. And I'm I'm just the reason I kept him mostly is because Allie lives here and she's down to help like watch him if I'm gone, and just like if she goes somewhere, I watch her dog.
Yeah.
And then her boyfriend's gonna move in soon, so we'll have a third roommate, and hopefully he isn't sad and wants a dog and then leaves. We'll see.
Yeah, true. That would really suck.
Yeah. So I should probably write jokes about all this, but I haven't because I've been trying to write like scripts and things like that.
Oh, how's that been going?
Bad.
Really? Why bad? Oh, just yeah, corona. Like,
Well, it's like hard for me to focus sometimes. Like I've been trying to find like a good place to do it because I like, I want to like be in a certain environment for writing,
mhm,
and I want to be comfortable and just inspired. And a lot of that's like my own in my head shit. Like I should just sit down and do it and focus, which
yeah.
I'm trying to work on, but it's hard. So I've been sitting in the garage, and that's kind of cool because like you're half in, half outside. People walking by sometimes. Like I don't know. I'm like extroverted. I need people to give me energy. So I like to go to coffee shops.
I
But
feel I cannot write at coffee shops that well. I mean, I used to. I've like tried so much. Like I
yeah,
like being around people, but then I get like social anxiety, and I'm just like they know that I'm writing about my dick. Like that's all I can think about. Like,
they know that I'm right about my dick.
yeah.
Do you really think that? Are you really worried that they think that they know what you're doing?
Well, not like that. They're gonna like look over at my computer or my phone and see what I'm writing about.
Yeah, it's just irrational stuff.
Yeah, I get. Is it irrational? They could look over.
Oh yeah, but I mean, how often are you sitting like right next to someone?
Yeah, true. That's a good point.
And plus, like if you have like a laptop open and like a little backpack or something, you can even bring like an old textbook from school and just pretend you're studying. They won't know. Just like, and then at one point, like get nice headphones and then like turn them up way too loud. And at one point, just set it down and go to the bathroom and like have classical music playing way too loud, and then come back and put them back on.
I do
No one
like
will know
that.
what you're doing.
Yeah, let them know how sophisticated I am. What
Yeah.
if like I tried? What if I like tried watching porn though in the bathroom, and and you just hear like a bunch of noises from the headphones that are on the table?
Oh, are you saying like you would use your phone and you forget that the headphones are on the table, and then it
Yeah.
would start? Oh, okay. Do you go to the bathroom in public and watch porn often?
No, I'm just saying hypothetically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No.
That was a real non sequitur. That felt like an AJ question.
Maybe, though he would say yes to the question you just asked. So,
Yeah. Do you get AJ messages ever? Does he ever ask you joke questions?
no, not really. And I'm a little offended, you know?
Oh, well, I bet if you started messaging him and you were like, "Hey, I just was wondering, like, what do you think about mine?" You'll open up the floodgates. He'll send you like every joke that he's ever like. That's just how he. I mean, I think some people like don't like it as much. I don't mind. I think it's fun because I want to be able to ask him, and I like to read some of the stuff he has. Although sometimes he sends me shit, and I'm like, that doesn't even make like that. None of that's connected. Like, why did you? What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's more of like a riddle than a joke.
He's like a he's like a troll under the bridge writing riddles.
Yeah.
He, he's like 2468. Can I eat your cookies?
That's pretty much. That sounds like pretty spot on. That really.
I've where did you hear? Did I tell you about the idea that we had? I don't know if I feel like it would actually be pretty fun to do, but I don't know if we'll actually do it. It was like I want to do a show, like a half hour, like a short show where he goes up on stage and tries out new jokes or just says stuff, and then I stand next to him and I explain what he's saying in my AJ voice.
That's so great. I would definitely watch that. That's so good.
I feel like for like Weird, Strange, Bizarre, the Comedy Spot or something at Stab would it would work pretty good. I don't
Yeah,
know.
totally, dude. Yeah, I can't wait to get back there. That'll be fun.
I know. You haven't been sending your sets to Stab, have you? Like, have you done any home recordings?
I was going to, but then I just couldn't like do it. Like, I'm just it's just weird. Like,
It's really weird to do.
yeah. I've tried before because um there's this one show at Stab where we all recorded in our bathrooms separately, and
Yeah.
and
Dumpster
so,
fire, right?
huh?
Dumpster fire, right?
Yeah, that's what it is called, dumpster fire. And
I
we
did that
were,
once, yeah.
yeah, it's like a cool, like it's cool, by just like recording yourself like alone telling your jokes in a bathroom. And I tried to do it while peeing like the first minute. And I just like, but I tripped up though. I'm like, I don't have any more pee in me. So, I'd have to record again without the pee. I don't want to do that.
I did mine sitting on the toilet, but I wasn't actually going.
Oh, really?
I was, but I made it look like I was like I took my pants off and I just covered it with my shirt, like strategically,
Yeah.
But I don't know. It
That's
was fun. I mean, it was a fun show to do because it's just weird and it's weird to watch people's sets after they film them and just watch them watch themselves in a crowd. It's like I don't know.
Yeah, I remember. I forgot. I think like Joey and Drew. I remember Drew. Maybe not Joey. Anyway, Drew did it, and I think he like did some fake crowd work. Like he's
Yeah,
like that was really good. I like that.
yeah, I did that. I tried to. I think I said something. I was like, "Hey, guy in the front left seat, you look like Janet Reno." Like I said something like that. Uh,
That's so specific.
yeah. Well, that was the point. It's like you don't know who's going to be there, so yeah,
That's true. Yeah, and if it's accurate, you're gonna look fucking psychic and awesome.
yeah. That would be. I don't think anybody sits in the front row though, unless it's a packed out show.
That's a very good point.
Yeah, that's the only thing I don't like about Stab is it's so tiny that I feel like the audience is uncomfortable sometimes.
Yeah,
Like
that's a good point.
like those
Um,
people in the front row are always just like, I don't want to laugh because you can see my face. Like they're so well lit and everything.
Yeah. No, it is good. Like the intimacy part is good, but yeah, it is kind of weird if no, like if people are laughing, it's fucking great. But if it's like if people aren't warmed up yet, like you can kind of hear like people breathing almost, like it's so jam packed.
Yeah, and they have no, not that you ever want them to be doing this, but they can't just like lean over and be like, "Ah, he sucks," or "Ah, I have to pee," or "Can you
Yeah,
BS?"
totally.
Like you can hear everything. It's crazy.
Yeah, like at Comedy Spot, I can ignore people on my phone. I just don't. But like at Stab, you just can't ignore that shit if someone
Yeah,
on their phone.
yeah. And I really hope they're okay after all this because But did you hear about Blacktop?
Oh yeah, yeah, totally. It fucking that sucks. Paul's really a cool dude.
Yeah, I mean it sounded like it was already going to happen. Like they were planning on they weren't they wanted to close anyways, or the lease was running out or something. So I guess it just accelerated the plans. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, that was a pretty big venue because they had like all the verbal insults stuff. And then, I mean, for stand up at least, we had like a mic there and there were showcases. It was like a whole thing.
Yeah, totally. I don't know. Honestly, I don't think it's like the best location. Like Rockland doesn't deserve comedy. Like, you know what I mean? They
Well,
don't.
we've had some good. I feel like there's been some good shows and good crowds there, though.
Oh yeah, no, there have, but you know they came up from Sacramento, and God bless them for that. But
Yeah. Well, there's like, yeah, it's weird because there's like a lot of college kids, I think, and families. I don't know. It just depends. I mean, it's like you have to get the right people that live there to come out because some of those people are cool and they just want to
yeah,
laugh and have fun. But then there are like, I don't know, like at the open mic, sometimes there was like these kids that were, they're like college kids. Do you remember like that kid who would go up and be like, "I'm a baby," and he'd crawl on the stage and be stupid?
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
Very. He did. He is even like
because he does a new dumb character every time he goes there.
yeah, and his friends like come and support him. It's very like it's. I want to say alt comedy, but there isn't really any comedy. Like he's just being weird.
Yeah,
Um, what did he do? There's one time he like didn't he do something like he pretended to be Beyonce or something?
I don't know. I don't have his exploits.
But
I don't have his greatest hits memorized. I've seen him like two or three times, but I believe you.
yeah, I
Was
got
he? Did he have a wig?
yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay.
Not every time. There's this other guy at Comedy Spot. Apparently, this wasn't the same guy. I remember everyone thought it was hilarious, but honestly, like, it's kind of a funny thing to do, but like, his delivery was so fucking dog shit. So this guy, like, he goes up and he like he just lays down on the floor, like holding. I think he's like holding the stool also, and he's just yelling into the mic. And he goes, "Oh no, I've fallen. I hope nobody sucks my dick." And then like, yeah, dead silent though. But then all the comments were like, "Dude, that's the funniest thing I've ever heard." Like,
I don't hate that, but it doesn't. I don't think audiences get it because that's the kind of thing you do. You do that when you're tired of stand up, and the audience is not tired of it because they don't go to open mics every
oh
night.
yeah, he was Bullet too. So it's kind of like maybe towards the end, people were like,
Uh,
"Okay, that's something to change it up."
yeah, if yeah, he'd be great. That would like work kind of at 10 or 11 or further. Oh, hey, cat.
This is Swifty. She likes to walk across my keyboard during
Oh
podcast.
yeah, that's what cats do.
Yes. Sorry
What
about
one of Oh, that's all right. One of my friends, this guy George, he does improv at Comedy Spot. He had like, uh, he posted a picture on Instagram today of his desk like covered in tape. Like, you know, when you make a loop of tape so it's sticky on the outside, and he
yeah.
put it all over his desk, and he was like, "Places I don't want the cat to sit on my desk." I don't know. It seemed like it didn't work because I think there was a picture of her like on there like licking it or something. But
That's fine.
yeah, I just closed the door and my dog's outside, but he's probably bothering Allie.
Really? Why?
Well, he's just like they didn't know how old he was when we got him, but I think they said he's like about a year old, so he's just like full of energy and wants to play all the time.
Oh yeah, yeah, totally.
Yeah, so he's
I
just
love.
constantly. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say I love dogs, but they're like super high maintenance a lot of the times, you know. But they're
Oh
great.
yeah, they always want to spend time with you and like lick your face, and it's nice though. Like honestly, it kind of helps with the quarantine because it's like nice to if you're watching a movie or something and he just sits there. It's like, oh, there's a thing here that loves me, not like what's her face.
Yeah, totally. No, I feel you because like I'm actually moving out this weekend, and I'm gonna be like completely alone pretty much.
Oh
Uh,
wow.
yeah, so it's like I'm gonna miss, you know, my cats and you know my mom and all that. So, but
We're
normally I would love like living alone. Like that's my dream. But
yeah.
besides like a girlfriend, but you know what I mean. Like,
Are where are you moving to?
I'm just moving up to Sacramento, like off like Marconi. Like,
That's cool.
yeah,
It's a
it's
great
very.
time. You probably are you doing that for comedy and then now it's like the worst time to do it.
Oh, no, not just for comedy. It's just that like I'm at my mom's still, and like rent's like kind of expensive for how much I hate this place.
What your mom's rent is, or do you pay your mom rent?
I pay my mom $350 a month.
Oh, how much are you gonna pay less where you're moving?
Oh yeah, I'm moving in with my aunt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's weird. So I'm living. They have like, do you know? It's called like a mother-in-law's or in-laws quarters.
Oh, is this like a separate house, like a little mini house cottage thingy on their house property or something?
Yeah, yeah. It's just like a very small like apartment attached to the house,
Oh, okay.
but it's still
Is it,
like it's separate.
okay, that's cool.
So yeah, so that's gonna be free, thankfully. But um,
We won't be completely alone if your aunt's there, right?
yeah, true. But it's like I'm still like trying to keep uh isolated from people and stuff.
Yeah. Are
But
you worried about getting sick?
kind of. I mean, I've lost 42 pounds, so I think that was really good fucking timing. Like, you know, but at the same time, like, you never like nobody thinks that they're gonna be the healthy person who dies, which has like happened, kind of. I think. Then again, we don't know. Like, what I mean? There's those examples
Yeah.
of like this healthy 19-year-old like just drop dead, but it's like, do we really know how healthy that guy was? Like,
Yeah, or was there some other reason or just but I think like there's always an outlier and then the outlier, the crazy story, that's what you hear about because that's what trends and that's what is a headline. So you hear the story about the 35-year-old who was in perfect health, you know.
yeah, that's a very
But
good point, and that's like kind of the problem is that you know, uh, like the news is already so sensationalized, and that's
oh
kind of
yeah.
why no one thought this was actually going to happen because the news is so sensationalized. So is a total like boy who cried wolf situation.
Yeah, no, totally. I always wonder if you turn off like a TV in a I don't know, like where I can't think of like a place where they have a TV on all the time with CNN, but I feel like if you have a TV that has CNN all day and if you turned it off or changed the channel, it would just have like a red bar of like breaking news like over the screen because it's burned into it. Because it's just constantly breaking news. It's never like,
Yeah,
uh, news from yesterday. Like,
yeah, totally. Yeah,
I don't
it's like it's seriously like breaking news. Puppy plays with hamster. Like
know.
like
Yeah.
everything. Yeah,
No, yeah, I hate it. I don't know. I don't like the news or politics and it's always like there's always things that are important that you should know and then there's so many things that are like not don't need a big deal and they don't need to be sensationalized and it's hard to pick through it sometimes. It's like obnoxious to have to try.
yeah, totally.
Uh,
I mean, it's like it's weird because it's like they're not stopping whatsoever. Like I remember I walked in the living room and all I hear was like a was basically this guy. I forgot exactly how he said it, but I just like walked in the living room and I hear uh like at least with 9/11 there was some solidarity. Like all I heard was like
comparison to 9/11.
yeah, or wait, no, sorry, that's Tim Dillon who said that as a joke. What this guy
Oh.
said, he just said something along the lines of um like this is the biggest thing to happen since 9/11, and I'm just like, how is this helping literally anyone right now? Like,
Yeah, it's like you're just freaking people out.
yeah, exactly. That's all it is.
Yeah, and again, it's like I think it's like a balance. It's like you should worry because it is
Yeah.
serious, but you don't need to have anxiety all the time and be like really crazy about what you do and how you do it. And I mean, you should wash your hands, but it's like you don't have to like hurt yourself and like rub them until they're red and like dry as fuck, or I don't know.
I've been doing that, but yeah,
Oh, really?
not good. Yep, not happy about it. I like need to use lotion, but I don't every time, so it just like my hands fucking sting sometimes. Sucks.
I I don't really like lotion that much either because it's like it makes your hands like greasy right afterwards.
Yeah.
But my my hack, like simple life hack that's not that great, but just put it on before you go to sleep, and then it's like you're not going to use your hands all night, and then it gives it some time to heal. And
That's
then
a
if you're
good.
worried about like touching a bunch of stuff or like just the annoyingness of that, just like right before you go to bed, just like put it on and then go to sleep.
Yeah. I don't know. The problem is that I'll like at night I'm so like if I have to pee just a little, like just a little, like normally I like during the day I wouldn't even notice. Like it kicks my ass at night. I'm just like, oh fuck, I need to pee right now or I'm gonna die. Like, I get very like even more neurotic at night, and that's like part of insomnia or whatever for me.
Oh yeah. I hate when you like sometimes that happens to me too. Like it usually happens to me when I go try to run like at the park. Like
Yeah.
I'll have like barely any pee, but my body will be like, you gotta pee now. And sometimes I'll actually go, like I'll go to the like little like they have porta potties and I'll be like, fuck it, I'll go pee. And it's like nothing. Like I'm like, where did this come from? You just like I just don't I know I think it's like a subconscious like I don't want to work out. So my body's like, here, you have to pee, don't go.
That's probably it for me with sleep then too.
You don't want to go to sleep.
No, not really. Well, I like sleeping.
You're like, I hate I'm trying to stay away from the nightmares.
I'm like, no, it's this guy. His name's Fred, for short. And no, no, it's weird because I think I have insomnia just because I don't like thinking like all the shit that I'm worrying about like comes up in my mind right before I go to bed. So I think my body's just like, oh, I better like stay up as long as I can. So when that does happen, I'll just be like so tired because it's like 7 a.m. and I'll just go to bed right away.
So you stay up until 7 a.m. and then that's why you wake up at 5 p.m. every day.
Sometimes that's actually just that one day, thankfully. But
Oh, okay. All right.
yeah, but I got up at 2 today, so that's not
Damn.
great. You're like staying on track though with sleep.
Yeah, I mean, it slips a little. I've been going to sleep at 2 or 3 a little bit, like more often than not. I'll be like at least up till 2, and
Okay.
that feels weird. But I mean, yeah, like it doesn't matter. And even like when things get back to normal, it's like for comedy, like that's probably good because you go to a mic and you hang out or a show and you're out late, and then I don't know.
No, you're right.
Yeah. Do you
Yeah, I
when you
mean,
go if you go out and do comedy, do you need like wind down time? Like or can you just come home and go to sleep? Because I always have to like come home and like watch TV for a bit before I can like go to sleep.
yeah, I need wind down time like no matter what I do. Like I need
Oh,
like an insane amount of wind down time. But I don't really have that though necessarily. Like I'm not good at being like, okay, now it's time to go to bed. I'm just on my phone or whatever, which they like
sorry.
every insomnia.
We're talking about sleep and now I'm yawning.
No, but oh yeah, but every article that I've read like says like get like it even says like you know it says Parker get the fuck off your phone, and I'm still not listening.
Yeah. Well, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that you're supposed to do or that you should try to do that's so hard to break the habit of. Like one of the like they always say like you need an like for the last hour before you go to sleep, like don't be on your phone, like something about the light. I have my phone on night shift, so at like 8 p.m. it turns like orange more. I don't know. Do you have that on
Orange?
your phone? Yeah, they have like a night shift thing you can put on your. I don't know if all the phones do it, but Apple stuff does. Like my laptop does that too.
Huh, that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, there's stuff like that. I mean, I think like reading a book is really good because sometimes if certain kinds of books make you sleepy anyways, but that's like a good thing to do before you go to sleep is just read something.
Yeah,
And
true. I
then
used to play guitar before I went to sleep, and that helped.
do you not play anymore?
I haven't really in a while. Like I don't know, I just kind of got bored, honestly.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Were you in a band before?
Oh, a while ago. Like I was never in a band like for that long though. Like I've been in three bands, and really the third band was just we kicked out the singer of the second band. So
Oh, okay.
yeah.
So you had to rebrand because he was like the face of the band.
I guess so. Is yeah, I'm trying to think of like a famous example, but I'm sure there's one.
I don't know if, yeah, I mean, Rage Against the Machine, they didn't, I don't know if they kicked him out, but they had a different singer when they were like, what's it called? They had like Chris Cornell, Audio
Really?
Slave. Audio
Oh,
Slave, isn't that mostly Rage Against the Machine besides Chris Cornell?
I have no idea, honestly. I've heard of Audio Slave, but I don't think I ever listened to him.
I used to be into that kind of music, but I don't really listen to it anymore.
What do you listen to now?
I have like such weird music tastes. I like a lot of like random electronic stuff, but a lot of it's like video game remix music kind of stuff or just digital like 8-bit sounding things and then but I just like upbeat music. I'm not a lyrics guy. So I feel like there's a lot of people like Drew or Joey who are like really into like the lyrics of the rap song or they get into it like it's such a good and I'm like I don't care what they're saying. I want it to sound cool to my ear.
Yeah.
So if they don't have like a good beat, then I'm not interested, or if I don't like the way their voice sounds, which is like kind of stupid, but that's just I don't know.
No, I get it
So
though. You want to sound good. I mean, I think everyone's both, or at least, oh, well, I think everyone who, you know, is a lyrics person like wants it to sound good too, for the most part.
yeah, but
But
like Bob Dylan is somebody I always go to that people love, and I'm like I don't get it.
yeah, I'm the same way, honestly. Even though
Yeah,
he's inspired like a lot of people that I look up to, I don't like, I can't get into it.
yeah. It's I don't even know when I listen to it. I'm like I don't know what this is supposed to be. It's just like a guy and a guitar. After like I don't know. It is. There's no it's almost like when I listen to music, I see colors or imagery or something, and like when I listen to him, it's just like gray and brown and like a line that bounces. I just don't get anything out of it. But if I listen to like a crazy EDM song, I'm like Skittles. Like I just like it's the same thing. I really like all that douchey like surf rock, ska, core reggae, like white guy reggae shit. Revolution and Pepper and Slightly Stupid and the Supervillains are one of my favorite bands. They're a little cooler, I think, but it's like stuff that you can be hated for liking, but I just love it. It sounds good.
Yeah, I've only heard of Revolution. Right now, I've been into this guy called Jamie T for the longest time. It's British.
Uh-huh.
I'm definitely a lyrics person, but
Mm.
at the same time, like, I'm very I'm still pretty like particular and about like how the music actually sounds too.
Yeah. What kind of what genre is he?
It's kind of hard to like this is gonna sound douchey. It's kind of hard to put him in one. Like it's very like he's
I
so
don't know. It's kind of hard to put him in one, you know?
no, it's
I
like
don't know.
I really don't like he has everything from like he has everything from like his first albums, a lot of just kind of there's like pub music kind of I like lyrically that's what's about like it's kind of some stuff about anxiety and just about London and whatnot. I'm not describing it well, but yeah, it's a very like
It sounds like the Fratellis lyrics.
Fratellis. I don't know that.
You know, oh, okay. I like them a lot. They're like just rock or whatever, but they have I don't again like I don't really listen to the lyrics and like think about them. It's like I learn them to sing along a little bit, but I don't really care. But everything I hear, it sounds like they have this weird mythology of like people who go to bars. I don't know. Like I probably am totally wrong, but it sounds like every song is like a weird tall tale about someone in London or Scotland or wherever the fuck they're from, and it's
Oh, okay.
like a
Yeah.
lot of their songs are like about a woman who's crazy and she like drinks and breaks things and like breaks people's hearts and like kills them. I don't know. It's all weird, but
That sounds pretty similar. Yeah, they have like a song. He has a song like that in the first album, which for the most part is a lot more upbeat, but like just like very cockney, like you know,
oh,
um,
so he sings with an accent really.
yeah, yeah. But it's great. I honestly feel like that's part of the reason why he's not bigger because he's so fucking talented. Industry's probably like, no, like you gotta be like One Direction or whatever, and like make sure you hide your accent. But like the third and fourth album, every album sounds different. But like I've literally shown people a song from the first album and one from the third, and after I go to the third album, after I tell them like I say, oh, this is Jamie T for first song, then I go to the third album, and they'll be like, oh, who is this? I'm like, oh, it's the same person. Like it's literally because it's all acoustic, like sad, emotional with like brilliant lyrics.
Oh, okay. That
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you like, should I listen to it? Now I'm like, I don't think I would like it.
Well, probably the first album then.
Oh, okay. So the first one's more upbeat.
Yeah.
That's sort of like a weird thing for me about uh art, I guess, is if someone makes something and you really like it, part of you is like, do more of that because I really love this thing and I want more of the same. But then you also like, since I've been making stuff, I've been kind of realizing like it's good if they grow and they change it and they don't do the same shit anymore. But and I want them to be like fulfilled creatively or whatever. But part of me is like, man, I wish you would do more of that early stuff because I really like that. That's why I got into it. Like Childish Gambino, I like the earlier stuff because it's more like pleasant to listen to, and now it's just kind of everything he makes is like super weird or political or like deep, and that's good. But like just listening to it, it's all kind of like weird and disjointed and like anger and craziness and America's fucked up. And do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, totally. I mean, I can absolutely relate because I'm a fucking Green Day fan. So, you know,
Yeah.
they're like so like that like yeah, some bands just should not like grow in that same way. Or at least yeah, they're just or I shouldn't say that. Like some bands, if you got a good thing, like you should stick with that, you know. It like if it gets stagnant, sure, change it. Or actually, I can't take that back because every Green Day album is different, but they just made like you don't need to change drastically, you know. People people always say like I don't want every song to sound the same. It's like if it's a good song, then with just a little bit of variation, then what's like really wrong with that? If you like the song, you know.
Yeah. Well, because I find myself sometimes I like really like this one song. And then after I listen to it, I'm still in that state of mind where I want more of that. And I'm not the kind of person who can listen to the same song like three times in a row, maybe two. But then I'm like, okay, what do I transition to that's like the next good thing that follows that? I think that's what DJs are good at is they know how to get you from like here to there. Like I watch my friend Sheldon, uh he does he DJs like for fun, but he'll go on Twitch and like live stream his sets and stuff. And I just like watching or listening to him because he's really good at like taking a song and like mixing it with another one, and then like going from like Michael Jackson to like I don't know. He like there's one song he does. He mixes Party Rock Anthem with Bill Nye the Science Guy, and it's so good. It's like all of our friends from high school that were in that group of friends. Like we used to have parties, and he would like DJ them and play that at the end of the night. That was like the big closer song, and everyone would just be like, "Bill, Bill, Bill, Bill," like going crazy. It was good.
Yeah. No, that shit is like a talent, People take it for granted.
Yeah, totally. I don't know. Music's weird. Yeah. Is there anything else you're listening to that you really like?
Music wise? Yeah, I would say I'm really into Elvis to Presley. His I love the name too. But that and it's crazy. I got done listening to all his albums, and then like I'll put on music a lot of times, and then uh, go to sleep. So I woke up and I just heard the song. I'm like, this sounds just like Elvis to Presley, but I don't know the song. Then It's called Coma Cinema. I looked him up. Turns out it's the same guy. It was his band that he started before that.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, it's just really cool. I was happy to discover.
Did it
That's
play like because you were listening to him and then it brought it up like next?
Yeah, exactly. Like it's
Oh,
in
okay.
shuffle thing. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
all very like sad. It's sad boy music for sure. But like the lyrics are so amazing,
Oh, okay.
and
That's
sound
cool.
great. So
Elvis to Presley.
yep.
There was a there's a band that I found that my friend, do you know Ryan King?
Yeah, yeah, he has great music taste.
Yeah, he turned me onto this group, or maybe it was Daniel Kessinich. I don't know. One of them was like, I think it was Ryan. He posted about it. He was like, "Oh shit, I just got Venmo. I'm getting like notifications on my phone as we're doing this. I sent a set to Stab, and they're probably going right now, and I'm an asshole and I'm not joining them, like
Oh,
watching or whatever. But I just got like $8 in Venmo, so
oh, cool.
yeah. See, you
It's
should do it because you might get like $3 or $4 from Skip's friends and family.
oh yeah, true.
I
What
think
did
that's
you?
like mostly who watches, but I don't know.
Yeah,
She really pumps up the open mic. Like it's I think it's like fun to do just because of her. She's
yeah.
just so excited.
She's such an amazing host. It's insane.
Yeah, like even on a stream, she's amazing. But
Yeah.
in the room, it's even better.
Oh wow.
Uh,
Yeah, she's
but
great.
uh, but yeah. So Ryan, I think it was Ryan. We'll just say it was Ryan. He was listening. He posted about this band called Otoboke Beaver, and I think and it's like a Japanese punk band, and it's like four Japanese girls, and they just like play this really like grungy punk stuff, but then they're like screaming in Japanese during the whole. It's really cool.
That's really cool. Yeah. Man, yeah, wow. I don't know how to say the name, but that's very cool.
Yeah, it's spelled. I think it's spelled Otoboke,
Oh,
and then beaver like the animal, or possibly vagina. I don't know. Like it's
yeah.
possible that they're making like a joke about their vaginas. I don't know.
I don't know if Ryan got me into AJJ or if I just like brought it up to him when I got but yeah, every time we talk we like most certainly talk about HAJ.
Oh, okay. I don't know what that is.
It's they're called Andrew Jackson Jihad. It's a band. They
That's
switched.
such a stupid name. Like it's good. It's good. It's like it's crazy.
Yeah. You definitely look like you'd be their number one fan.
Oh, what kind of music is it?
It's just very like I don't want to say hipstery, kind of hipstery. Yeah, it's acoustic like folk punk, but they're not like every other folk punk band, I guess. Uh, they just have very insightful lyrics from everything about depression, mental health, and all that, to homelessness, like just weird, like things that normally people don't make songs about.
Uh-huh. That's cool. Do they know from experience? Were they homeless at some point?
I don't think he did like he. I think the guy Sean um actually did work at a homeless shelter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. Have you heard of the Chats?
Oh yeah, yeah. You showed me them. Yeah, I like them a lot.
Oh, okay. Oh, I probably showed you on one of our punchline drives, huh?
Actually, no, it was at a blacktop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
That
man.
was Daniel Kestenich. He told me about them.
Uh, yeah, I
But
think they're actually supposed to go to Ace of Spades
oh,
before.
really?
Yeah, before the co.
Oh, wow. That'd be pretty cool. Before the go.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
Who are you?
I just don't like saying the whole thing every time because
Yeah.
it's
No, I hate saying COVID-19. It feels so proper. And then if you say coronavirus, it's like it just makes me think of the media and then I get annoyed, so I get it.
yeah, totally. Yeah, you never know. Need a better name.
Yeah, we need like a cool name that's not like an annoying abbreviation or like yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
What could
like
we call it?
we could call it the Chinese virus. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
We could call it the Ching Chong. No, just kidding.
Make it work. What if that's why people were
We
offended?
are joking, internet. We're kidding. I looked into the camera.
What if that
Uh,
was like people's complaints? Like China virus is not racist enough. Like we need
yeah.
to really just set it in there.
Oh, I'm just trying. I'm trying not to say all the things that are coming in my head are like funny
Okay.
jokes to me.
We
Well,
are being
they like
recorded.
what?
We are being recorded. Remember?
Yes, yeah. No, I've been listening to slash watching sometimes Two Bears One Cave, and they say some crazy shit, and it's like two very popular comedians. It's Tom Segura and Bert Kreischer
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I should have
because
known that.
they have like a whole bit going where they just say Bert is racist and fat, so they'll just be like, it's like funny because he's like been blowing up more because he had his I think like a couple years ago he posted that Russian train robbery bit that he's famous for, the machine,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that exploded in popularity. Like it got all these millions of views. And then he had a special on Netflix, and that was good. And then he just had another one in his podcast and like all this stuff. So I think like it's funny now because they do these bits where they're like, "Oh, Bert's fat and racist," but there's like new fans coming on to like him or Tom Segura, and they don't get it because they don't know like the history of the bits. So they're just like, "Wait, he's racist?" And then recently they've been saying like, "Oh yeah, Bert has so much kid porn on his, or whatever." And he's like, "You can't say that shit." But I don't know.
Oh
It's
man.
good. I like it, but
Yeah, I love Tom Segura.
yeah, he's really good at like saying messed up stuff, but making it still like it's a joke, guys, and he just
Yeah.
really doesn't care, but in a good way. It's not like he's. I don't think he's like being a dick. He's just, but he's being a dick. I don't know.
Yeah, no, he's so great at that. Like like he's a good example of you don't always like have to punch up in comedy.
I hate that saying so much. It's like certain people will say that, and I'm just like, they're like, well, it wouldn't if it wouldn't be worth it if it was easy. And I'm just like, I just like I want to have fun when I do stand up, and I like to think that we can all kind of like chill and laugh at some jokes and then go home and be like, oh, it was jokes. But
Yeah, totally. I mean, that's why, it's you don't believe it because it's a joke. So like that's the whole point.
yeah.
But
Well, you guys like on your podcast, people write you sometimes, right? And they're like, "Oh, how dare you say that about this person?"
yeah, yeah, we had this one thing, like it wasn't too bad, and to give her credit, like she was being like pretty cool.
Oh, is
Um,
it the cute Asian girl?
cute Asian girl?
Wasn't there like a cute Asian girl who got really upset with you, like close to the beginning of your podcast?
Oh yeah, no, that was way worse. That's a bear story, actually. That's yeah. So basically, we made like a
And your
9.
podcast is "Fill My Heart."
Yes, fill my heart.
Sorry,
It's about
I
Phil.
didn't say it yet, in case anyone's listening this far.
Yeah. uh, doc, Dr. Phil podcast basically, and yeah, so it's a live show, and she was in the audience. It's funny because Drew and I were at Tower Cafe, which is great restaurant.
Oh
Would
yeah, I
actually
love that
really
place.
recommend it. Huh?
I love that place.
Yeah, so good. Get the Monte Cristo. And so I'm dead serious. And she,
This I'm not joking about.
yeah, this guys, the China virus. Now that's whatever. That's a goofy subject, but racism. But Monte Cristo.
But
Um,
this frog fucking French bullshit sandwich is delicious. Is there anything? How do you what's like a racial slur for French people? I don't think there is one. Like frog people, like
frog people,
frog eaters. Like I don't know.
huh? Maybe just
Actually, I can Google this. I have my computer up.
you could be like fuck off orange vest or like
Orange vest. What does
yeah,
that mean?
because the riots that happened.
Oh, I don't know.
Or yellow vest, that's what it is.
What the fuck? Wait, I just
You don't remember when like Paris was like having those like huge like riots and they all had
no.
those yellow vests?
Uh-uh.
These
Yeah, I don't.
people,
I told you I don't do the news very good. I'm like bad at.
yeah, I feel you. Um, so are you looking it up?
I want to know, dude. There's like, wait. There's like no. Hold on. I went right to the African stuff.
What?
Oh my god.
Your screen just looks white from here.
I know it's probably good. Well, you can see, but like my camera, it just concept art I downloaded. Germans. Uh, I don't. I feel like there isn't anything.
For French people?
Yeah, like I don't see anything.
Uh,
Slurs for French.
you could call them. You could call them a fucking baguette or something like that. Might be. I don't know.
Fucking baguette.
But
There it is.
yeah, so
Yeah, I feel like when I click on like French offensive terms, it's just words in French. So then the end section is like, I'm not
oh
going to
yeah.
say it.
Oh, that's
Oh, they have the K word, not the one, not the Jewish one, but the
no
one
my
for
case.
like South Africa. Do you know that word? I'm not going to say it. I feel like I shouldn't say it. I don't know.
South Africa?
Yeah, you know how like apartheid, they have like a word for black people there that's not good.
Oh, is it with the double O? Or is
It's
that with
like
the T?
it's Kaffir.
I've never heard that one.
Oh yeah, it's a thing.
You know, I was about
Next time you see a black guy, go up and call him like,
I was about to
yeah. I don't want to have to bleep this out. I
it's
don't even
funny.
know if I'm not allowed to say it, but I don't want to.
No, that's smart. It's fine because I'm like, huh, My uncle is from South Africa, and he's never said that. I'm like, oh yeah, he's not a fucking racist. Why would he say that? Like, that'd be weird if he did.
Also, he wouldn't say it to you because you're a white Jewish kid.
Yeah, and he's way more Jewish, but yeah. And but also,
What were you saying? Sorry,
no, you're
I
fine.
forget.
So with this lady, we just we did like the Danielle Berjoli episode, right?
Oh, uh-huh.
Yeah, this was actually a follow-up episode where, it showed her second time on the show, and
Hmm.
uh so it showed like them going to see Dr. Phil, like so they're on the plane, to the studio, and Daniel like gets into a fight with someone, I guess. And so some like or it might have been a separate flight, and like, anyway, it doesn't matter. She's on a flight, and uh she like starts fighting with someone, so someone like records it on their phone. uh and like she was just like screaming bloody murder and like making a huge like scene on like this cramped plane. So I was Drew and I were just saying that we would rather be on the plane that hit the Twin Towers than on that plane. And then like at that moment, right? And
Yeah.
she like uh got up and left, and then said like tagged us on Instagram, said like, I just saw uh this fucking like horrible podcast. They were like, yeah, she said like like they were racist, sexist, homophobic, and they talked about 9/11. It's like we made 9/11 jokes, but that doesn't like mean we're every other bad thing. Like, like,
Once you break one rule, you broke them all.
yeah. It's just like they made fun of 9/11. They voted for slavery. They like she wanted to say that. Like every
They
bad
bought a sex slave. They had sex with her on stage. It was awful.
thing.
Whoa.
And
Yeah,
so,
I remember like this. You sent screenshots too that I think I saw like in our fun group chat.
yeah, it's pretty insane. And then yeah, so Drew messaged back first and said like look, we get like sometimes people's sense of humor like don't always sync up. So yeah, I don't know, like have good rest of your day, whatever. And then she's just like, she said like, you like people like you are the reason why hate crimes exist. And like, yeah, I swear to God, she said that.
Like, you're right. That's why that guy drove that car into all those people, is because of us.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it's funny because like I could have told her like, you know, um, I thought I could have said like my cousin's temple like got burned to shit like 20 years ago, like I was probably a little kid, but they might have like still gone there. Like no one was inside at the time, so it was kind of like I feel like I should apologize to them and say, hey, I'm sorry, my podcast is actually the reason why, you know that happened, so I will pay for the damages. But yeah.
Oh, like it happened in the past. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry, I got
But
confused.
still, there's no excuse, Luke. I'm not just because it was in the past does not mean that my podcast uh didn't
You're right. Yeah, your podcast crosses space and time, which is pretty impressive.
thank you. That's that's what we hear a lot.
We get a lot of cosmic beings writing in. It's like I'm listening to this 20,000 years in the future, and I gotta say,
Yeah. Most of our iTunes reviews transcend space and time. So
yeah, Thanos is writing you like, wow, this is pretty good. I couldn't have willed this into existence with the Infinity Gauntlet. It wouldn't have been as good. Yeah, I don't know. We're like at an hour though.
Oh yeah, hour 50. Sorry, I'm fucking If I talk even a little bit, I get like lightheaded. I'm not good at breathing in between talking.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm really I know, right?
I guess it kind of fits with your whole you. Just kidding.
No, that's fair. I'm like a pug, but per-
They were breeding you to be cute, but now you have sinus issues. If you get bumped on the head, do your eyeballs pop out?
Does that really happen to pugs?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's from like getting hit in the head or whatever, but I know that I feel like I heard a story. Someone I knew had a pug, and the pug sneezed, and the eyeball popped out.
Oh
So they
my.
had to like, yeah. That's the thing about like pure breed dogs like that is if they're just so they're bred so much like that in that crazy way to get the shape or the look of the dog that they have these weird like bulldogs are fucked up and pugs and I don't know. There's a lot of dogs with weird health problems because of that. Like I think I've heard Dalmatians are not super healthy.
Yeah, I've heard that too. That Frenchies.
Frenchies? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What's a Frenchie?
I think a French bulldog they're called. Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember there's like a French bulldog like at Luna's one time, and like I totally made a I totally made a fucked up joke about it dying soon, like during my set.
Did that weird lady with the red hat bring it?
No, it wasn't her actually. She would no. A French bulldog is not elegant enough for her. She
I
would
don't know.
have.
I always think of French bulldog. I just think it's like it's like an elegant dog, but it's not. But people who are elegant would have one.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I don't know. I like her though. She's funny because she's just like this weird old lady that dresses like she's in a speakeasy, and she just watches our comedy on Tuesday nights and then takes the bus home. It's
Yeah,
like she takes the bus home like halfway through the show.
yeah,
So
which is does she have a bedtime? I don't know. Like it's
I bet the bus is like that's the last time they'll pick up that like whatever wherever she's going. It's probably like the last run. I don't
okay,
know.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe she's just tired.
That is true, but it's like I'd be tired before, watching all those comics.
Yeah. Before I would be tired after watching one.
Or- yeah, true.
I feel bad because like I have this thing now where I have such a hard time watching people on stage unless it's someone I like or I think is funny. It's like they'd have to like a lot of people will come off stage and be like they'll be like, how did I do? Or what do you think about this? And I'll be like, it looked like I was watching you, but I wasn't. Like
Yeah.
I could be like staring at them and just like I can't focus on whatever the words are. I don't know why. It just doesn't work anymore. Like I
That's
have trouble.
dude, that's so fucking true. I'm glad because I always feel guilty about it, but you're very fucking spot on there. Like I
Yeah.
I cannot like for the life of me pay attention.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm like jaded or I have too much input all day with phones and whatever else, or if I'm just like, oh, this person's not commanding the stage enough to get me, you know?
Yeah.
Because
Or
like if you go up there, I watch. If it's like Robert Amoto, 100% I watch. I'm just like, I don't know what he's gonna say. It's gonna be funny though. Like he's just gonna
yeah. Or like
yell
if
at
I do
somebody.
watch you, I have to think like you're gonna start like screaming racial epithets. Like I have to be like, oh, this is gonna be entertaining. Like, you
Like
know,
Chris Allen.
yeah, but even then, like I wouldn't watch him more than once. Like,
Yeah, he's hard to pay attention to. He never says the same thing. He always goes on stage and he goes, "Yo, me and the boys, back in college, and we were getting pizza one night, and there was a stripper, and like they're all like awful stories that are not like there's they're like they make him look bad, like, and then he'll say weird shit like he says stuff that like 55-year-old men that are drinking say. Like he'll be like, me and this black fella were hanging out, and you're like, you can't just say it. Like, what are you doing? He just like
Oh,
a
didn't he
weird.
say the N word?
He probably did. Yeah.
Someone
I
said
feel
he
like
did that blacktop. Fuck,
I'm
I
sure he
shouldn't.
did.
Actually, blacktop. That's not why they went under. By the way, if you're listening, that's not what happened.
No,
But yeah, so apparently Subas was like, I think it was during like a roast battle, and so like Subas just basically said something. Who the fuck knows what he said? I don't even
he
think.
said he said no way. That's like all his jokes are like pussy.
Yeah, he might as well be schizophrenic because no one knows what the fuck he's talking about. Like, and so
Yeah.
like yeah, he's just like, and then like Chris like apparently tried to uh like, oh, by the way, uh all black judges. Yes.
Who were they?
Regina Givens, Sean Grady, and or maybe the third one wasn't black. I forgot who the third one was, but yeah. Anyway, still pretty bad. And,
Yeah, it's bad if there's one. It's bad if there's no black people there.
yeah, yeah, you're right.
It's worse when they're on stage and they're judging your comedy or your roast jokes.
No, very true. And so was is weird because actually I was the first comic. Like as Joey and I, we were the first battle, but I had to go to Stab for a show that's at like 9.
Uh-huh.
So I had a rush over there. But yeah, after that it was Chris and Subas. And so then he was trying to like translate Subas, I guess. So
Wait, was he on his side or was he roast battling him?
He's roast belling him. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So his bit was he was going to translate.
Yeah, and so
Okay.
yeah, so he was doing like not even a good like accent, like it was like just like this maybe, like it's like not even totally
He put
like
some
not
marbles
good.
in his mouth and he's like, "This is what he sounds like, right?"
Yeah, pretty
Like,
much.
no, he doesn't sound like that at all.
It's yeah. If you got an impression in a roast battle, it better be fucking spot on. Like first off, and then he just said like, oh, like no, like the joke probably didn't make any sense, and then he just like said it, and so then like, literally, I heard that the judges both go, "Oh my god," like little like that. Which is a totally reasonable reaction to that. Like,
I
holy
want to
fuck.
see this now because I know Al films all of them. So I wonder. I wasn't there for that one, but I wish. Like, I wonder if it's like viewable. Like, he probably didn't release that, but I
Yeah.
feel like it should be on the internet with a bleep and just so everyone can see. I don't know. It just sounds like it. I want to hear what they said. Like, did they say anything about it afterwards?
Um, I heard that they
Do you know?
roasted him. I mean, how can you not? You have to address that shit.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Like,
Did
can
you
you
see?
imagine if they moved on like immediately?
They're like, all right, I don't know. Al has like one of those giant like wooden hooks that they use and like
Man, how I just know. You know what's so great though? I wasn't there for that part, but I know that how like our I oh wait, no, never mind. Wasn't audience judged. That would have been so great if it were like audience judged. If and if like he went like, all right, make some noise for and like put his hand over him, like like anyway.
yeah, like they just blocked him off and then only Subas got applause.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, they'd be like, huh, well, I'll vote for the guy who didn't say the N word. Like, and just that night, like, I've heard he said it a lot. People in comedy are fucking insane.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird people. There's that puppet guy. Do you know
Oh, yeah, totally.
David and Willie?
Yeah.
Oh, my
Creep,
battery's low.
fucking puppets creep me out so bad, dude. I don't know about you.
Yeah. Let me maybe I'll just finish with a story, then we can wrap up and do our plugs or whatever, because my battery's low on my monitor, which
Yeah,
is
tell me.
recording. But no, well, there was one time I did a mic like it was like 3, maybe 4 years ago. They had some open mic in downtown Roseville for like, a few months because things like that don't last very long. And I was there
Car
early at this mic.
101?
Uh, maybe. I think so. That sounds right. They did some roast battles there eventually. Is that the one you're thinking of?
Yeah, yeah. I think so.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's like a sports bar. So I just got there early and that David and Willie guy was there. Uh I think he's Dave or David. I don't know. Anyways, and he was just sitting there and I was like, I had always like kind of kept him at a distance because I'm like, he's weird. He's a 60-year-old man he's smelly too. I don't know if you know that, but if you get close to him, he does not, he smells like Borat. Uh, and like, but he's a 60-year-old man with one of those like weird news caps that no one should ever wear. And a
Yeah.
lot of comedians do. I don't get it. And no shade, just kidding, lots of shade. And and then he has a puppet, like one of those creepy. I'm saying this for the podcast audience. Uh, it's like the dummy from the R.L. Stein Goosebumps books. Like it
Yes,
looks like that,
100%.
which is like
Slappy?
Slappy. Yeah, I think that is what it's called. And so like, I'd never talked to him. I was always like, he's weird, but it was just me and him. And I was like, I'll just be nice. Like, let's get to the bottom of this. And like, I'll just talk to him. Like, we're comics. I could talk to him. So I start talking to him, and then he just starts going off like, yeah, I mean, we'll never be able to make it, or like, like there, it's you have to know someone or be part of the secret society. And I'm like, what? He's just like, I mean, you gotta like, you have to be like, you have to like know, like they have a secret society of people that all like, I don't remember. I want to say that he said lizard people, but I don't think he said lizard people, but he definitely like believed in like a secret cult of like people who approve or disapprove uh like entertainment. Like you can't make it unless you are one of these people, which at the time I was like, no, that's stupid, because my friend JR has been on, I think at that point he had been on like, MTV or whatever. He
Yeah.
did a couple of different shows.
Oh, this
And
was before Netflix?
yeah, before Netflix. But
Oh,
but it was after he had done two, I can't remember the other thing. Oh, Comedy Central.
oh
When he
yeah,
was
yeah.
on Kevin Hart's show. I'm pretty
Right.
sure both of those had happened. And I was telling him like, well, my friend JR has done Comedy Central and MTV. So we it's not impossible to get on there. And he's like, well, and I'm like, he never told me anything about a weird society. And he's like, well, he's probably lying to you. I was just like, no, he's not. And then I've never talked to him again.
Wow, that's so funny. Like, dude, maybe the reason why you're not famous is because you have a fucking puppet. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but then he's just like, well, Jeff Dunham, so
Yeah, the one example of that working. Like,
does Terry Fedor use puppets too?
I don't know if I know who that is.
He's like one of those like super famous comics that isn't in any of the circles because he's a Vegas guy. Like he has a residency.
Okay. Yeah, he's not in
But
that cult that that's super secret.
yeah, I don't know. It was weird. So yeah, if you see a guy with a creepy puppet and he does stand up that he read off of popsicle sticks, don't talk to him because he will live up to your expectations.
Yeah.
um, so yeah, do you want to plug anything? Or I mean, obviously there's no shows coming up, but unless you're on a
Um,
Zoom show.
yeah, no, well, just my podcast, I guess. Talked about it earlier. Yeah, just check it out. Phil My Heart, Phil Phil. That's the name. Um, Spotify, Stitcher, everywhere you can find podcasts. Follow us at Phil My Heart Pod and uh, oh yeah, at Phil My Heart Pod on Instagram and Twitter. Like us on Facebook And yeah, my socials are at Parker the Newman on Instagram and Twitter. Also, feel free to add me on Facebook. Thank you, Luke.
For sure. And you can follow, please subscribe to the channel and follow me at Epic Tiki Comedy on Twitter, at Epic Tiki on Instagram. You can add me on Facebook, but please message me and say that you found me here, because I hate when random people message me or add me on Facebook. I'm like, why is this 65-year-old woman adding me? Like, I don't know who, or like weird. There's just like weird people that I like. I wish I could like scroll through and like show you who they like, what they look like, because they're just. I'm just like, they have like horrible pictures, and there's like no, half the pictures are just like things that aren't a person, and I'm just like, I don't I why why am I gonna add you? That's like a photo of a lawn chair. Like, I don't know what that means.
I know exactly what you mean.
I think there's just some people, they do comedy once and they add everyone that is
Yes.
mutual friends, and then a lot of, you're one of those people. You just say yes to people, so then it's like I have 100 mutual friends with this person who's a psycho, because like you and like Saul and Joey like all added
Yeah.
them.
I can't stop doing that. So that's like I do that for people who on a podcast it's different, but like I don't really just accept anyone because I've
Yeah.
like seen people and then they um, like out they'll like make threats towards people and that's on my timeline now. I'm like, okay, never mind.
Oh man, that's good. Well, add Parker and get into some verbal sparring. It'll be fun. You won't be able to meet up and fight. By the time you can, you'll forget. It'll be great. So until next year, when Facebook reminds you with the memories. All right. Thanks, guys, for watching. I hope you watched or listened. Subscribe. Tell your friends.